The exercise book, my old nemesis. But what if your child has difficulty recording their work using standard methods like this? If only there was an app that could help with this. If only there was someone that could explain this to us in a 3 to 5 minute YouTube video. Hi, I'm the ICT guy, and today I'm going to show you an app that will help your child record their work and ideas in alternative ways that will make these redundant. Yeah, it's all right. I'll put in like a tear animation afterwards. It'll look fine. It'll be okay. The app we're going to use today is called Book Creator. And to find that, you need to go to the App Store and search for Book Creator for iPad. And you'll see it just down here. It's got a nice multicolored outline of a book there. And if we just click on that, and you'll see that the developer is called Tools for Schools Limited. And if we click there, you get to see there's Book Creator 1, which is free but has in-app purchases. And for that, you get one book that you can make. And the other one that I use is called Book Creator for iPad. Now, this app cost me $3.99 when I got it. The other way you can do it is by creating a Book Creator online account. But if you are someone at home just making books for your child, or if you are an educator working with an individual child, then Book Creator for iPad is probably the best bet for you. But if you have any questions to that, do feel free to reach out and contact me in the comments, and I might be able to look into that and look for what the best deal for you is. Now let's have a look and open the app. Now when you first open it, you'll see there is a Getting Started short tutorial book. I'm going to be doing a tutorial for you, so we don't need to look at that now, but do have a look through it at your leisure. So I'm going to create a new book, and you can see there's a few different templates you can make. I'm going to start off with just the basic landscape one, and that's what I normally use. Now I'll be going through the basic features of Book Creator, but in the future I will be doing more videos where we can create some projects together on certain themes. So keep your eye peeled for that and subscribe to my channel if you want to get notified about future videos I make. So here we go. We've got the pages here, and if we look on that, we can see what pages we've already got. At the moment we're on the cover, and we've got 2 more pages, and we can add more of those as we go. So here's my cover, and I'm going to create a all about me book first of all. So I'm going to use the plus button up here. You can see I can add photos. I can add something taken from my camera directly, so I can add photos or videos from that. I can add annotations with a pen. I can type and add text. And I can also add a sound button if I wanted to. You see there are a few more options over here as well. You can add shapes, files, link to a map, and also web links as well. But I'll be going over just these main 5 features here today. So first of all, I'm going to add a photo. And in my favorites, I've got a photo, and I'm going to put in one about me. And you can really easily adjust the size and positioning of this photo by using the corners and then by dragging it all around. So I'm going to put a nice picture of me right in the middle. And if you want to change the background of this, you go up to the eye up here. You can choose to put a color in the background if you want to, make a nice contrasting one. There, that looks pretty good. And I'm going to add a title. And to do that, I'm going to write a text box. And I can now type in. By default, it puts it as a certain font and a certain size. And to change that, have the text box selected and then go up to the the information button. You see here now, I can change the size by either clicking there, or I can use the slider and I can drag it as big as I want it to be. And I can change the font to whatever I want as well. You can scroll through, and what I like about this is you can actually see different types of fonts here. So scroll through, choose whichever one you want to use. I drag that and make it so it's all in one. And you can see that as you drag it, it will tell you where the center line is of the page. So you can get things sort of separating in the middle. And I might also make that nice and bold. Okay, so I've done my cover page here. If we go back to pages, you can see now a little thumbnail of that, and that helps you sort of organize your pages and how you want to do it. So here we are on the next page, and I'm going to add in, this time I'm going to go into and add a video, and I've got some saved in my photo gallery. And here it is, a very short clip that I made. I'm going to use that one. And here it is. And again, we can resize that just like we did with the photo. And this is a short video clip. And I'm going to give that a little text box as well. I'm going to say, I like to make YouTube videos in my spare time. And there we have it. I can then just drag it over. If I wanted to go again, like I said before, you can change your font size, you can make it nice and big. You can see now it's actually remembered my choice before of the font type and the size, so you don't have to constantly be doing that every single time you do it. And I'm going to change the background to match the one before. Now, once I put this in, I'd like to use a bit of an annotation here, so I'm going to add in an annotation with the pen, and I'm going to give it a handwritten title, My Hobbies. And when I do that, I can actually shrink it down a little bit, make it look a bit neater, position it where I want it to be. And that just gives it a bit more of that personal touch. So I've got a video, I've got a text box, and I've also got a bit of handwriting in the annotation. So that's my next page, and I'm going to go to page 3 now, or page 2 if you're not including the cover. So again, let's write an annotation. I might shrink that down just a little bit, put it somewhere central. I'm going to change my background again, green, and I'm going to put in a couple more photos this time. And you can see I've got a couple here already that you may be able to spot. And that's one of my favorite things. Now, we will adjust that a little bit. There's one of my favorite things, and I'm going to add another one of my loves. So let's get them roughly the same size. And again, these guidance lines are really helpful for getting things nice and neat. And I'm going to add a new feature on this page, and I'm going to add a sound button. And this will be a little button that I can record me speaking to or singing to, or some music or some sound effects. And then when you tap on them, they'll be played back. And then when I'm ready to start recording, I click on the red button. I like coffee and I like doing kettlebells. Have I finished? Yes, I have. And there we go. So it puts a nice little sound button there. You can make that a bit bigger if you wanted to. And now when we come back to play this later on, that will actually play the sound. I like coffee and I like doing kettlebells. So far I've done 1, 2, 3 pages. In fact, actually, I think the hobbies one should come after that one. So if I go to edit it, I can actually move them around really easily. So I've got the cover, my favorite things, my hobbies. And then if I wanted to carry on and add more pages, just to the right-hand side, there's a plus, and that now adds in a new page. So I've got a 4th page that I can do. So we haven't really talked about the camera one. When you click on that, it will open up your camera. From there, you can position it and you can take photos of whatever it is you like. You can also take a video, and when you use them, it will just insert it in. So for example, if I just took a random picture there of the inside of my case, resize that, do however I want to do. I'm not going to do that for now though. Another really nice thing to do is if you're going in to use a text box, you don't have to just type it. You could use some speech to text. Now, for this keyboard, the Keydogo keyboard, there isn't an option to use speech to text here, but on other keyboards, there is. There we have the button speech to text. You could click on that, and then you could speak directly into it. Hello, I'm that ICT guy, and this is a story all about me. Would you like to make your own book all about you? Click done, and there it all is. Done. Nice and easy. So if your child maybe doesn't feel so confident about typing yet, and they don't want to use the same button, here is an alternative way that they can record. That's all very well, that ICT guide, but what do we do now? Well, up here there is a play button, and that will read your story to you if you want it to. You could say, read it to me, and it will read it out. Or you could just read it yourself and you could flick through the pages. If we go back to my books, you get to see your library of all the books you've done. And from here, you can share that book if you want to. And there's some different ways you can do it. You can export it as an EPUB, and that will be a type of book that you could read. And that will also play any of the media, like the sounds or the videos. You could export it as a PDF, and that'll be for printing or sharing as a book. Now, you won't be able to play any of the videos or any of the audio if you use that option. You could export it as a video where it would automatically read through and play everything in it. Or if you've got one of the teacher accounts, which is what I said about at the beginning, the Book Creator Online account, you would be able to share that with other people who've also got Book Creator accounts as well. So you could publish that online if you've got one of those teacher accounts and share links to it. The other option, of course, is to use this actual app and the iPad as your digital exercise book, so you wouldn't necessarily need to share it. You can just use that as your record keeping. Well, there you have it, an easy way for your child to record their work and ideas without having to use an exercise book. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, do consider subscribing to my channel so you can get notified about any future videos I make. And leave a comment below if you've tried this app and what you thought of it. I'm always interested in hearing what you think. I'm the ICT guy, and thanks very much for watching.